Welcome back to Humans in 5.
Now, we like demystifying diverse topics here on Humans in 5. We've covered a lot of topics in anthropology, but we've not spent a significant amount of time on one of the biggest fields seen on film and television today.
The subfield with some of the flashiest promos and biggest spots in mainstream media is the field of forensic anthropology. We've previously talked about the CSI effect, where juries and those observing legal trials have come to expect the flashy technologies they've seen on crime and forensic shows, even if they're not feasible, accurate, or even possible for real-world specialists to perform.
That being said, forensic anthropologists are constantly working to develop new methods and knowledge that can help them identify human skeletal remains as thoroughly as possible, including estimations of age and sex from incomplete or fragmentary remains.
Forensic researchers also investigate potential factors, events, and circumstances surrounding suspicious deaths. In the case of forensic anthropology, specialists can use a range of tools to detect some events that may have happened before death, ante-mortem, around the time of death, peri-mortem, or after death, post-mortem.
Part of investigations therefore involve looking at the timelines and processes that occur from when someone passes and when human skeletal remains are recovered. For example, investigators can estimate how long someone may have been buried, as the changes that occur 6 months after a crime has been committed are quite different than those that occur after 6 years.
Different environmental conditions, such as wet, dry, or seasonal variations, may also impact the estimation of post-mortem timelines. That being said, how do we know what changes to expect if someone's remains are recovered during an investigation?
In order to draw these types of conclusions, researchers need to have ways of knowing what to expect in different contexts. If we need to be able to determine how long a body's been buried, we need to have some sort of experimental context to test our assumptions.
To help with this kind of research, a number of forensic centres have opened where, thanks to the generous donations of bodies to research, these kinds of questions can be addressed. Casually, these centres have become known as body farms in the media.
These centers provide naturalistic yet curated locations where human remains can be interred to see how our bodies respond to different soil conditions, moisture levels, even how different types of clothing may affect what happens to our bodies after we pass. There are a number of these centers around the world, and their diverse locations can help establish the influences of different conditions on postmortem processes. For example, a new center's opened in Colorado, where they're investigating how high altitude conditions may change our understanding of what happens beneath the soil.
These centres provide huge research potential, but often get a bad rap in the news. Our society is very divorced from the idea and the processes of death, so people often respond strongly and negatively to such rigorous scientific centres.
That being said, the benefits of these centers become apparent when investigators are able to solve either current or cold cases by identifying those lost and giving closure to friends and family in the process.
We hope this episode has given you some substance instead of speculation when it comes to body farms, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!